In 1960, British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan delivered his groundbreaking Wind of Change speech, which marked a pivotal moment in British history. This speech, given during a tour of some of Britain's colonies in Africa, acknowledged Britain's diminishing imperial power and the rise of national consciousness among colonies seeking self-rule. Fast forward to 2020, we found ourselves amidst another wind of change brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. 5 years later, the world anticipates yet another wind of change ushered in through the inauguration of the 47th US President, Donald J. Trump. What will this wind bring? Another significant period of transition, lurching between democracy and autocracy, where political polarisation of views and values of the populist and elitist have forced the world to confront its ideologies and adapt to new realities. 60 years ago, as colonies moved towards independence, Macmillan's speech symbolised Britain's recognition of its changing role on the global stage, highlighting the crossroad of ideology between democracy versus communism, the choice that newly independent states faced and had to make. Similarly, COVID-19 ushered in a period of questioning and a re-evaluation that challenged societal norms and values. Ever since then, we have grappled with the economic impacts, mental health issues, and societal justice movements, all attributed to lockdown, but actually, they also remind us of the struggles faced during this post-colonial era. However, in the post-pandemic era, what will a Trump presidency bring? The world anticipates a rise in global tariffs, a trade war with China, waning support and a possible end for the war in Ukraine, withdrawal from NATO and the Paris Climate Agreement as characteristic of not Britain, but America's potential change of role on the global stage. The metaphor of the wind so aptly describes moments of change. Winds of war and conflict, increasing mass migration. Winds of deforestation bringing a rise in global temperature. Winds of automisation widening the skills gap in the jobs market, and the winds of corruption bringing the loss of confidence and trust in social contracts between governments and their people. The wind also has the power to blow in any direction, sideways, diagonally, upwards, downwards, backwards, as well as forwards. Movements which are seen to be progressive seem to be going in reverse. Men can still earn twice as much and have more investment opportunities than women, but feel that women are occupying more of the traditional male roles, while women's reproductive rights are removed, their voices silenced, and their contributions erased from the workspace. And though innovation can be a catalyst for the most amazing transformations, it can make the virtual and artificial appear to be more valuable, while at the same time expose inequalities that can make the individual feel worthless. The inauguration of the next US President on January the 20th echoes a new era, prompting a reassessment of priorities where everything that can be tested will be tested through the grand struggle for morality. In the face of continuing global challenges, we must all reflect on the choices we make as individuals and as societies, and gain insights into the forces that are shaping our world today, reminding us that progress is never realised without struggle. What do we stand for? What do you stand for? Tune in now at storiestobetold.com or on your favourite listening platform, and let's learn from history to adapt to the present. How do we set our sails to navigate the winds that echo in this new era? You can also visit the bookshop at storiestobetold.com, where you can purchase Tracy's poetic narratives. Oh, and don't forget to comment, leave a 5-star rating and share the podcast with others. It really helps the algorithm to extend the show's reach even further to new audiences. You can contact Tracy on info@storiestobetold.com or SpeakPipe at speakpipe.com/stories to be told.